So in this here video, I just want to dissect the 7 deadly sins. We're looking not just at the theology, but we're going to look at the hilarious and pathetic ways that people sabotage their own lives. Let's start with lust. Now, I see people getting all misty-eyed about true love. True love is just two people realizing they have low standards and are terrified of being alone. Lust is the biological equivalent of a horny teenager with a credit card and no taste. It's not some sort of beautiful poetry, it's just a spreadsheet of genetic compatibility. You look at a hot girl or a guy, and your brain dumps a bucket of dopamine on you, and suddenly you forget that you're a sack of meat walking around on 2 legs. You think you're experiencing some sort of spiritual connection, but you're really just experiencing a reflex. You're nothing more than a biological machine programmed to spread your DNA like a cheap virus. And don't get me started on how you use lust to justify treating people like objects. You want them for their body. They want you for your money or status, maybe your own body. It's just a transaction, a sweaty, wet, sticky transaction. Then there's gluttony, which is the sin of eating until you can't breathe. But let's be real, most of you are just malnourished emotionally. You eat a bucket of fried chicken because you're bored. You binge watch Netflix while shoveling cheese puffs into your mouth because staring at a wall is too terrifying. You're filling a void that can't be filled with processed carbohydrates. It's the most primitive way to shut down your brain. You go, oh, I'm sad. Let me eat a donut. Oh, I'm anxious. Let me eat a fucking burrito. It's like a baby throwing a tantrum, but the baby has an access to a Wendy's drive-thru. You treat your body like a landfill. You stuff it with garbage. And then you're surprised, most of you, when you get heart disease at age 40. It's Darwinism in action. And frankly, it's a bit entertaining to watch. Next up, we have greed. This is the love of money, right? But we all know what it really is. It's the inability to stop staring at your own reflection. You want more. You want more money, more stuff, more likes on Instagram or Twitter or whatever the fuck. You're like a hamster on a wheel, frantically running to stay in the same place. We worship billionaires like they're gods. We act as if we just accumulate enough shiny rocks and we'll be happy. Newsflash, you fucking won't. Studies show that once you hit a certain income bracket, money stops making you happy. But you don't care about studies, you care about the dopamine hit of seeing your bank account balance go up. You're a slave to accumulation. You're hoarding like a dragon from a bad fantasy novel. But instead of gold, you're hoarding plastic trinkets and useless gadgets that break after a week. Next, we arrive at envy. And this is the green-eyed monster that turns you into a miserable, bitter mess. Envy is when you look at someone else and think, damn, they have it way better than me. But here's the funny part. You're just comparing your behind-the-scenes footage to their highlight reel. You see their vacation photos on Facebook and you think, why them? And why not me? You're a victim of the comparison trap. You're so busy hating on other people that you're not building your own life. It's like watching a race and screaming at the runners because you're not running. It's useless. It's a waste of time and energy. You could spend that energy learning a skill, meeting new people, or just buying a fucking sandwich. But no, you'd rather sit in the mud throwing rocks at other people above you. Very charming. Wrath. The anger. This is the sin of the coward. You're mad because you can't handle your own life. You get mad at your boss. You get mad at your girlfriend. You get mad at the cashier who didn't say thank you fast enough. You have a short fuse because you're weak. You think yelling makes you look tough. You think screaming makes you look passionate. No, it fucking makes you look like a guy who needs a timeout. Wrath is the emotion of people who think they're the main character, but the universe keeps giving them a supporting role. So they lash out and they break shit and they scream at the clouds. It's like a toddler throwing a tantrum because the ice cream truck didn't come to their specific street. grow up. Then we got sloth. This is the sin of doing absolutely fucking nothing. It's the art of being useless. Well, let's give credit where it's due. Sloth is a legitimate survival strategy. If you don't do anything, nothing bad happens to you. It's safe. It's comfortable. It's easier to watch YouTube videos than to learn how to code or write a book. But at some point, you have to wake up. You have to realize that you're rotting. You're letting life pass by while you're lying in bed, scrolling through memes. It's the sin of apathy. You don't care about anything. You don't care about the world. You don't care about your future. You don't care about your health. You just want to stay in your comfort little bubble, your little comfort zone until you fucking rot. It's the path of least resistance, and it leads straight to the grave. And then finally on the list, we have pride. This is the big one. This is the sin that makes you think you're better than everyone else. The arrogance of thinking you're the protagonist. You walk around like you're special, like the rules don't apply to you. You think you're smarter, funnier, more attractive than the average person. But here's the truth. You're not special. You're a biological accident. You are the result of the millions of years of random mutations. You're not better than anyone else. You're just a different shade of the same mud. Pride is the delusion that you're separate from the rest of humanity. It's the belief that you're above the law. But we all fall. We all make mistakes. We all die. Pride is just the mask you wear to hide your insecurity. So there you have it. The 7 deadly sins, stripped of their religious mystique and laid bare as the hilarious, pathetic ways you people sabotage your own lives. We're not angels. We're not divine. We are hormonal, fearful, greedy, and envious creatures trying to make sense of a chaotic universe. We sin because we're alive. We sin because we're imperfect. And we sin because that's what it means to be human. But maybe that's the point, isn't it? Maybe the sin isn't the problem. The problem is pretending you don't have them. So stop pretending. Embrace the filth. Embrace the beast. And keep living.